Well, hello, good afternoon. It's about a little before 6. I told you I'd be back, and I got back. The traffic was horrendous, like it drove me crazy and drove Mama crazy. But I knew I had to get the salmon cooked because I don't mess with fish. You know, I don't mess with any kind of meat, but I sure in the hell don't mess with fish because you can get poisoned on that so quick. And I've seen people do it in restaurants, and so we don't do that around this house. I'm just gonna put some butter in my pan. Of course, it's a challenge butter, and get that off there. I just like a little butter flavor, and I will get my scissors and. Can y'all believe it? I'm going to use scissors to open something. Y'all bitched at me so long to do that, and I've had scissors right here, and I'm just, when we get used to our own ways, that's just the way it goes. But this is that salmon, y'all remember, that sockeye salmon that I froze. I froze and seal and milled it and all that stuff. So now, while that's kind of heating up, I'm going to check something here. I'm going to check something. Now, I want to do something with, let me get this here, put into a bowl. I did it, didn't I? I dumped that right up there on that cabinet there's that, I don't usually put salmon on that wood, but that's my wax paper that I put between each deal. So let me get these other pieces out. No, I think this is beautiful sockeye salmon. It wouldn't have ruined, but I'm not gonna mess with it. So that's what we get. Let's get brown butter there. I need to make some of them brown butter cookies. Mama's been after me, and I just forget. I plumb forget, y'all. Let me rinse my hands off so I can get that salmon off of them. Okay. Now I've turned that down, but I've got to decide about the squash that we had from earlier. Let me get the salmon out of the way, because I need to do, so what I'm going to do is y'all just hold tight and I'll be right back. So I decided I'd go ahead, because I had part of that squash that I had not cut up, and I thought I'm going to hurry up and slice this and put this in with that other that we sliced earlier with the mandolin. So I didn't want to have that left over. Now, if I was having a dinner party or something, I could put that in salad, chop it and put it in salad. It would be good. So let's just kind of let that sit there and do its own thing. I'm going to go ahead and chop the rest of my plate of these onions and certain things that I had, you remember. So we'll just go ahead and use this. We'll make a nice little medley of certain things. Mama's got the TV on so loud today. I think she's getting hard of hearing. She says she's not, but I said, Mother, I don't wonder. She said, no, I'm not. Okay, I put a little olive oil down in that pan also because, and I'm going to let those just sit there. Because remember, we, for the ones that washed earlier, we pre-cooked everything. So, I'm going to take this asparagus. And I'm going to go ahead and put it into the microwave for a little bit. And I could cook it all the way in the microwave, but I'm just going to kind of, oh, those smell good though. Now, here's the ones that we pre-cooked earlier. Got our peppers and our onions and all that stuff in there. I told you this pre-done because I did not want to have to do it when I got home. And I'm kind of glad that I went ahead and did it because I'm just going to let that kind of just sit right there for a minute till I get the spices on it and everything. Do a little salt, pepper. Yeah, if I sound tired, y'all, I really am. But I have to keep things going here. I can't just sit down and, none of that. I'm going to put a little garlic in that. In the Demon DeLuca bottle. Just to give it a little zest. Put some thyme leaves in it. That'll spice it up. Not spice as in hot. It'll just jazz it up a little bit. So let me go ahead and turn that up because I want to really get that to fried. You can do this always in the microwave, Not to do it here on the stove always. I'll be back in just a little bit. Okay, you remember how I took that other vegetables? I'm going to do the same thing here with this asparagus. But I'm going to put some butter on it. Just let it drain down in there. Salt. Go ahead and salt it. Pepper it. I'm going to let that just sit on that little cover. I'm just going to cover it up there. And I'm just sauteing these vegetables. Gosh, they smell so good. Especially that thyme. We'll just let that sit there like that. Okay. Those are doing real nice there. I forgot to tell y'all, look here, I videotaped it, cutting it off and everything. That's the one we grew, and it turned orange, so I'll put a little short video on showing how I cut that off that stem and Now I'm going to let it ripen a few days, and then we're going to make a pineapple upside down cake. Don't y'all love those? Those are one of my favorite. All of them are my favorite, but love pineapple upside down cake. So those vegetables are looking pretty good there. Let's check our asparagus and see. Yeah, it's softened up. It's softening up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take this up, and then we'll tackle the salmon. Okay, let's take our little medley of vegetables up in our bowl here, because they will continue to cook, so you want to take them out a little before they're perfect. Now that's some good vegetables there. Now we will take our little red. Oh no, I'm using the red one. We'll take our little green cover, and I'm just going to sit there, and I'm going to cover those and set those over here. Now then, while that's still, I'm going to go ahead and put some more butter in that, so I can put our salmon down in it. Get that kind of brown, where that brown is. We'll just put our salmon side up. Remember? Turn our fire back up. We'll just put our salmon. Now I peppered and salted that before I packaged that. I'm just putting the skin down. That's what I want to do. Let me get a little. I use my Nelly and Joe's lemon juice, and I just kind of put a little in that. There's a little piece of that. There's a piece of that wax paper. Okay. Now we'll just let that kind of poach a little bit. Let me get a. I've got the big lid, but that's not it. That's not my big lid. I know it's here. Yeah, I'm tired, y'all. I really am. Well, that'll be okay. I'm not gonna worry about going in all the way in the pantry and getting that lid. I'm just gonna do it like this. Now I've got that salt and pepper. So best thing I can do is take that, get that to where it's kind of, and I'm gonna just set that in my oven, and I'll be back. See, y'all, I had the vegetable torch. I had that much left over, which I do every time, so I'm just gonna wrap it and take a piece out in the mornings and heat it. But you know, the way I have to cook, so I'll just put that in there like that, because it won't last with Billy Jean around here. He'll eat it like a field hand. Now let's check our vegetables. Oh, they look so good. They really do look good. So we've got those. We've got those, and we've got our our asparagus. I've still got the cover on that for right now. I want it to get as good as I can get it. Let me check the salmon. Let me check the salmon and see. Yeah, it's there. So I'm going to cancel that on that convection oven. So now you see how that's come out, that salmon. That'll be very, very, very good. Wash my hands off. Let me get a little blue Danube plate, and I'll get Mother her. Now, she won't eat a big piece. She might eat this one. Like that. See that? How that just flakes off. Just flaky as can be. All these will be just flaky. Flaky, flaky. So that just flakes off. How that salmon just flakes off there. And we'll get a little bit of these vegetables, the squash, the potatoes, the squash, bell pepper, you know, all that's good for you. And then I'll get her some asparagus. Okay, we mix that around with that butter. See, that's still steaming. See how that's still steaming there? We get some asparagus onto her plate. And that's what we're going to have. See, that didn't take long, y'all. But this is what we're going to have. Then we're going to have, she'll probably want some butter pecan ice cream because I bought a carton today. Or she might want cheesecake, chocolate cheesecake. I'm not sure. God bless you. God bless us. God bless the United States. And I'm glad to get home. I'm glad to talk to y'all, but I'm sure glad to be able to sit down and eat and not have any more chores this evening besides cleaning up the kitchen and getting her ready for bed. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.